But I think both of us, well, I know both of us came to the conclusion that we could either create a foundation and just focus on the things that we feel really passionate about, or we could try to look at all of the symptoms of the world is dealing with, and can we trace those back to a root cause, an ultimate problem that needs to be solved, that perhaps is on the face of it unsolvable because of the power behind it. That's how we ended up with the online world in the digital space. It wasn't something that was sexy. It wasn't something that we were necessarily passionate about. But it became very, very clear to us very quickly, speaking to a lot of experts, that for all the work that we collectively are doing and all the progress that we're achieving, that if the digital world is not done responsibly, that it's going to turn back that progress. And we see it now, especially with climate change. So that became a focus, and then we started to meet a lot of parents who'd lost their kids to social media, majority through suicide. And that's when it started to really make sense for us. And going back to your initial question, one of the pieces to why the digital world was so important to us is because my wife in 2018 was the most trolled person in the world. So there was a lived experience in that. But at no point did we suddenly think, okay, well, let's go and let's take this industry on. But now we've created a fantastic platform through the Parents Network for parents all over the US and Canada and the UK as well, to be able to share their stories and share their lived experiences in the hope that less parents are affected by social media.
Thank you so much for sharing your vision for...
We realized that quite some time ago. And I think in today's world, it's quite easy to be able to abandon your values because some people are proving that it's easier to get to the top by, lying. I'm sure the fall from that is quite monumental. But my wife said to me very early on in our relationship, if you live your life by truth, it's the most efficient way to live. And I'm sharing this with you. So yes, we will continue to live our life by truth, and we will continue to stand up for what we believe in, the difference between right and wrong. And almost like, especially when it comes to mental health, I find it fascinating that when you are in a position similar to mine, if you do speak up, that the people in those positions of power, in the media, whatever, that criticize you, thinking that they're going to silence you, clearly don't realize that the importance of the fact that if they do try to criticize you and silence you, there is a need and a desire to continue to speak more. Also, everybody in this room, we know that if you come out and speak about some of your lived experiences, that someone out there, or a group of people, or thousands or millions of people, can somehow relate to part of your story, and you may be able to change their life.